the world we see is only a fraction of the truth. Behind the veil of time, the light is shifting. History remains unbound, waiting for a lens sharp enough to capture the anomalies buried in our soil and the signals pulsing from the stars. Adjust your focus. This is Echoes Unbound. Central Anatolia, Turkey, a land defined by surreal peaks and ancient dwellings, but beneath the feet of unsuspecting villagers lies a vertical marvel that challenges every limit of ancient engineering, a secret city plunging 18 stories into the solid rock. Its discovery was an accident of fate. In 1963, a local man renovating his basement knocked down a wall and found a tunnel. He didn't find a cellar. He found a portal to a silent world that had been hidden for centuries. This was Derinkuyu. As archaeologists descended, they realized this wasn't a cave. It was a metropolis capable of sustaining 20,000 people in total isolation. The city reaches a staggering depth of over 280 feet. Only 8 levels are open to us today, yet even these reveal a sophisticated urban plan, including stables, wine presses, and vast communal kitchens carved into the earth. Life underground required meticulous planning. These weren't temporary shelters, they were permanent homes. The inhabitants carved out everything needed for survival, from oil presses to religious schools, all while living in complete darkness. The key to survival was air. 52 vertical ventilation shafts were engineered so precisely that they drew fresh oxygen down to the lowest depths, even during a siege. Security was paramount. The engineers created massive Millstone-style doors weighing 2 tons. These could only be rolled into place from the inside, turning a narrow tunnel into an impenetrable, locked fortress in seconds. Once closed, the city became a sealed vault. Invaders on the surface could walk right over the city, never knowing that 20,000 people lived beneath their feet. Defense didn't end at the doors. Parallel tunnels allowed defenders to flank invaders, and killing holes in the ceilings provided positions to pour boiling oil on anyone who managed to breach the entrance. Water security was equally advanced. Deep wells and internal cisterns provided a private supply, separate from surface wells, to prevent enemies from poisoning the water during a prolonged siege. Every corner and corridor in Derinkuyu shows standardized measurement. This wasn't a desperate excavation, it was a masterfully executed industrial project carved into solid earth. But who were the architects of this void? Mainstream history suggests the Phrygians or Hittites began the work nearly 3,000 years ago. Yet, the sheer scale implies centuries of expansion by different cultures, including early Christians escaping Roman persecution. The secret lies in the tuff, a soft, volcanic ash rock. When first exposed, it is malleable enough to carve with iron tools, but it hardens significantly once it comes into contact with the air. The logistics are baffling. To build Derinkuyu, millions of tons of rock had to be removed. Where did all that debris go? No massive mounds of stone exist nearby. The builders were ghosts. They removed enough rock to fill a small mountain, yet they left no trace on the surface. They were masters of concealment, hiding an empire beneath the dirt. The stairs were a trap. Architects built false turns and blind shafts that led to vertical drops. An invader lost in the dark would be dead long before they reached the living quarters. The tool marks suggest standardized equipment and professional guilds. This was the work of an organized industrial-scale engineering corps operating in total secrecy. Later, Byzantine Christians added churches and baptismal fonts, but the core foundations suggest a much older, more mysterious origin. Was this city found and expanded rather than built from scratch? Derinkuyu isn't alone. Over 200 underground cities have been found in the region. Many are connected by tunnels miles long, forming a hidden subterranean nation that spanned the entire province. This was a regional master plan. The ancients didn't just build a shelter, they built a network that could hide an entire population from an enemy on the surface. When we measure the shafts, the precision is staggering. Achieving this without modern surveying tools in pitch-black conditions requires a level of geometric knowledge we are only now beginning to grasp. If the official story is settled, why does the evidence suggest a degree of technical foresight that belongs to a much more advanced civilization? The stones of Derinkuyu refuse to stay silent. Beyond defense, physicists are exploring a stranger theory: resonance. Specific chambers in the city are tuned to 110 Hz, a frequency known to induce altered states of consciousness in the human brain. Was the city a giant instrument? These shafts could have been used for acoustic communication, allowing signals to travel miles through the earth with zero visibility to those above. The volcanic rock is rich in quartz. When millions of tons of pressure press on these crystals, they generate electricity. Was Derinkuyu harnessing the piezoelectric power of the mountain itself? Located near geological faults, the city may have served as a seismic warning system. A machine carved in stone, designed to vibrate with the Earth's tremors long before an earthquake hit the surface. The monastics who used these caves for centuries were keepers of ancient knowledge. Did they understand that the geometry of these halls could heal, protect, or even transmit energy through the ground? When viewed as a blueprint, Derinkuyu mirrors a modern processor chip. It is a system designed to maximize flow and communication in a confined space. It is a logic board made of rock. The precision required to dig these wells without collapsing the levels above is a marvel of fluid dynamics. They weren't just digging holes. They were balancing the structural load of an entire mountain. Every pillar and every niche serves a structural purpose. There is no wasted space. Every ounce of rock removed was a calculated decision made by a mind that understood physics perfectly. The further down you go, the more the air changes. It becomes heavy with the weight of history. Down here, at the 18th level, the silence of the ancients is absolute. Derinkuyu forces us to reconsider the human story. We aren't looking at a primitive bunker. We are looking at the peak of a forgotten science that lived and breathed inside the earth. The void is finally starting to speak. Are we ready to listen? The mystery of Derinkuyu remains one of the greatest technical anomalies of the ancient world. It is a monument to a time when humanity looked to the deep earth for more than just protection. We are Echoes Unbound. We don't just follow the history books, we follow the evidence left in the rock. We explore the precision that science cannot yet explain. The truth is waiting to be unbound. Join our investigation by subscribing to our channel. Together, we will uncover the secrets that the mainstream narrative has left in the dark. Our journey through the impossible structures of the past is only beginning. There are more echoes out there, waiting to be heard. Support our work by becoming a member. Your support allows us to travel to these incredible sites and bring the truth directly to your screen. Thank you for joining us in the depths of ancient mysteries. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your mind unbound. The echoes are everywhere. You just have to know how to listen. See you in the next episode.